All right, I just want to throw this disclaimer out right away and just get this behind me, okay? This video is for entertainment purposes only. Please, please do your own research before investing your hard-earned money. Those of you who have been watching for me for a while, don't just buy this because I am in. Please, I'm begging you, do your own research. And maybe this video is enough research for you, because I am very excited about this coin, and not only about this coin, but about the potential of meme tokens. I'm going to talk about that. But this video is for entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research before investing your hard-earned money. So I'm doubling down. I know when I made my first video on POODL, the price was higher than it is now. It got up to 0.0000038, and then now it's down to, last I checked, 0.0000013. But man, this thing has me excited, and so I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to share with you why I am looking towards this as not a long-term investment, but a long-term effort, if I can say it that way. And let me explain myself a little bit as time goes on. So HOODL the POODL, question mark, I would say. HOODL the POODL, the power of deflationary meme tokens and why their tokenomics are far superior to Dogecoin. There is room for meme coins, and Dogecoin just isn't it. And we're going to get into that. So if you already know about this stuff, I would encourage you to skip it, because I really want to get down to the numbers, but I feel a need to share this stuff first. But the numbers are important, probably about halfway through this video. If you just want to fast forward to that and get to the numbers, fine. I think this stuff will be helpful for you. And so Memecoin Ecosystems, Memecoins place a heavy emphasis on community involvement and investment, and building up some kind of grassroots effort. That's why Dogecoin is worth 5 cents a coin right now, for 3 reasons. Grassroots efforts by the Dogecoin community. You know, if you remember a few years ago, they raised something like $28,000 worth of Dogecoin and gave those coins to the Jamaican bobsled team so that they could participate in the 2014 Winter Olympics. It's stuff like that that's getting the name out, and people like Dogecoin. They have a soft spot in their hearts for Dogecoin because of that reason. Second, taking advantage of Bitcoin's halving cycles. If you don't know about halving cycles, I'm not going to explain it here, but I would encourage you to understand why Bitcoin is going to $200,000 this year, at least. And why it's going to hit $1 million this decade, and why it's going to take over the world and be the most amazing thing as far as currency is concerned that has literally ever existed. And then 3, Elon Musk's tweets. He has definitely contributed a lot through his meming, whatever you want to call it. Those 3 things, that's why Dogecoin is worth 5 cents a coin right now. It's not because of its tokenomics. It's not because of anything else. It is entirely because of grassroots efforts and because of halving cycles and tweets. The tokenomics are actually awful, and I'm going to get into that and why I'm excited when you compare Dogecoin to POODL. And I'm going to throw it out. I'm just going to say it, okay? Just get ready. Dogecoin, they have some good tokenomics just like POODL, but we're going to talk about POODL for now. So I do want to say this. Up until this year, I never took meme coins seriously, but it has gotten to the point where it's inevitable. I have to pay attention, and this sphere of cryptocurrency, of the cryptocurrency network, can't be ignored. But Dogecoin ain't it. Dogecoin isn't structurally built to be the pioneer among its peers. It was first in adoption. It is currently first in prominence. There is no way, no foreseeable future that I see Dogecoin among the meme coins remaining first in prominence. And that is entirely because it's tokenomics. So Dogecoin Tokenomics. The network has a large total token supply of 128 million, or sorry, billion plus Doge, and no fixed limit, and its inflation is currently 1.2%. A deliberate tokenomics decision in order to keep the price of each individual token low. When it was created in late 2013, there was no intention of Dogecoin becoming anything significant, and I would say with a $7 billion market cap right now, that Dogecoin actually has become pretty significant, but it's just the way it's built structurally. It's like the returns from this point on, I really believe are going to be diminishing, and Dogecoin will hit a point of leveling off, and it's probably just going to remain there for a while. I don't know where that point is. Maybe $1 a Doge, but man, $128 billion market cap, I just don't see that. I don't see it for something that will lose prominence over the years. And why is that? Well, look at this. 10,000 new Doge per minute, 14.4 million per day. I didn't do the calculations, but per year. But I mean, if Doge is worth $1 a coin, I mean that's $10,000 introduced to their ecosystem. That's $14.4 million of Doge that has to be bought per day for this thing to just remain stagnant. I just don't see it. I don't see it. And I see with POODL a far superior system. And so what does that mean for the price? I mean, really the sky is the limit, honestly. But it's going to take a few things from those in the POODL community. So let's talk about, oh yeah, Dogecoin Tokenomics continued. I took this mostly from Coindesk.com. Dogecoin emerged in 2013 literally as a joke. It was created by those two guys to satirize the growth of altcoins by making the Doge internet meme into a cryptocurrency. While it was birthed as a joke, it actually led to some practicality, as its large supply and low price facilitated efficient micro-tipping content on social media and facilitated people giving 1,000 Doge to the Jamaican bobsled team so that they could participate in the Winter Olympics. But the accumulation of those micro tips really worked out, and so there is a spot for Dogecoin, but it's a spot that can easily be taken. So my source here, Coindesk.com ... also me. And so when I say I got in early on Dogecoin, even though I'm not a huge fan of it, I got in early. And so here's what I mean by early. If you can see this screenshot I made, the date up here, what were you doing on Christmas Day of 2013? Well, here's what I was doing. I was buying Dogecoin on eBay. December 25th, 2013 at 1:22 p.m. Here's my order update. I bought 25,000 Doge on eBay from this seller, Crypto Cambist. And so I was in early. I had no idea what I was doing. Don't buy crypto on eBay. But and you know what? eBay actually banned the selling and buying of crypto on its platform anyway. But for a few days in December of 2013, that's what I was doing. I was buying and selling Dogecoin on eBay. So I was early on this, and I actually looked up some old wallets, and I found a few Doge just sitting there. So cool, I have some Doge lying around. I'm happy about that. Not a ton. I mean, nothing by no means is it life-changing money. It's like 44 cents or something, probably more than that. But anyway, I got in early on Dogecoin, but I am here for POODL now. And if not, it might not be POODL that becomes the front runner. It might be Doge. It might be something that I don't know exists yet. But deflationary. Dogecoin is inflationary. It's set at 10,000 coins a minute, and that is going into perpetuity. There is a potential of infinite Dogecoin existing, and it's just going to keep increasing forever. But POODL has a much higher original supply, but that is set, and then there's a set amount that's going to be burned. And I really, really like that. So POODL, proven successful, audited smart contract with over 6,000 holders. Now it's 7,000. Join early and enjoy the ride. I mean, you think about what Dogecoin, I looked at, 5 years ago, Dogecoin was worth 0.0002 cents per coin. Now it's worth 5 cents per coin. Could you imagine that return on investment? And so we're early with POODL, and I don't think it's going to die. I don't think because it went from 0.000, et cetera, 38 to 0, etc., 1, 2, or 1, 3, that means it's over. By no means. This is a coin is a two weeks old. And what I love about this is this: 100 trillion. Yeah, that's high. But already in the existence of POODL, 11% of that has been burned. Now that is significant. And why is it burned? Because, well, there's a 2% tax on all transactions. 1% of that, half of the 2% is distributed to all POODL holders. And so as I'm speaking, my POODL count, which is now over 12 billion, has only increased, and it's increasing pretty rapidly, and then 1% of that has been burned. And so here's the meat of this video. You really have to consider the significance of what that means. You see that, and you see that only 1% of each transaction is burned, and you might think that that's insignificant, but actually, that, especially in comparison to Dogecoin, that carries with it an unbelievable level of significance. So here we are at this moment, or at least when I was putting together this slideshow. Maybe the price of POODL has declined. And honestly, I mean, as long as there's buy-in, please go down so I can buy more. But the price, again, 0.00, etc., 13. Supply as of now is 89 trillion, and it can only decrease. So when you multiply 0.0, etc., 13 times 89 trillion, you get a market cap of 11.57 million. And that's important. I want to pay attention to that more than the price. And not only that, but I want to pay attention to the volume. Volume is everything. Two things are largely important for POODL. It is the volume, and it's the community investment. This is an advantage of POODL over Dogecoin. For Dogecoin, it's 100% community investment. That is what drives the price. For POODL, it's a combination of volume and community investment. Now, I know a lot of you are fixated on that price, but what I am paying attention to is not the price, but the volume. And as long as the volume compared to the market cap is that big, it is game on. And I am in. And not only am I in, but I am enthusiastically in. So I created a metric. I'm sure this already exists. I don't know what it would be called, but I created a metric of thinking of this in terms of volume versus market cap. That just get that in your mind and think about that. Volume versus market cap. So let me go to the next part. And if you can see on your screen here, I do have, as just a point of reference, the market cap and the volume from the previous page. But let's call this VMC. So with this trailing 24-hour volume of 2.2 million and a market cap of 11.57 million, that gives us a VMC of 0.1929, or trailing volume equals 19.29% of the market cap. And just for reference, okay, Bitcoin is 4.5% of the market cap. Their trailing volume. Ethereum's trailing volume is 10.8%. Dogecoin's is 13.7% of the market cap. So let's make an assumption given this. We have 0.1929 of the market cap, knowing that volume is significant because that leads to increased coins being burned. So we have, let's just assume, for the next 2 years, or for the next 1,000 days, VMC of 0.1. And let's just assume, there's no way this can happen, by the way, and you'll see why in a second. But let's just assume that the price remains steady at 0.0000013. So 0.1 VMC with a market cap of 11.57 million. That gives us a volume of $1,157,000 per day, which means that $11,570 worth of POODL is burned a day, which means that 89 billion POODL are burned a day. 890 billion POODL are burned every 10 days. 8.9 trillion POODL are burned every 100 days. And then all of the POODL in existence is burned in 1,000 days. Now, obviously, that can't happen, but that's going to have an effect on the price. As this POODL, and the reason why I'm pointing this out is with volume being where it is right now, and if it stays like that, that means that an aggressive amount of this coin is going to be burned. And there's two markers. There's a few markers in my mind. Once the amount of POODL in existence gets to the same amount of Doge in existence, then we're going to see some significant price action. I mean, getting to that point, there's going to be significant price action. After that point, the potential for POODL or for other deflationary meme coins to take over in significance and prominence, the potential just skyrockets. It's going to go crazy. And so, you know, this is just an exercise. There's no way that can happen. Because, you know, there'll always be POODL in existence, but what's going to happen as this POODL gets aggressively burned is that the price of POODL has to go up. But, all right, no, actually, there are two scenarios looking forward. But if volume stays the same, there's only one scenario, the price has to go up. But two scenarios here. Two different directions this can go. One, the community gives up and the coin dies. Is that a possibility? Yes, that is a possibility. And I hope that doesn't happen. I don't think that's going to happen. I really don't. Because I've been tracking the Telegram group, which is growing, which is just like, it's blazing hot right now as far as the discussion is concerned, the voice chat. I only see growth in this. I see the amount of users growing. You know, earlier this week it was at 4,000. It was under 4,000 users. The amount of users has doubled in a week. And so, all right. So if the community doesn't give up and the coin doesn't die, then option two, the community grows, more people buy in. The price can only go up, even if the community remains static. But there's buying from the few thousand of us who are invested and who believe in this, the price will increase. And why is that? Because the supply is burning. Even if the market cap stays the same, but the supply burns, that means that the price will go up. And so I'm looking at this price and I'm seeing it go down to, I've seen it as low as maybe at what, 0.0000010. Man, if it goes down lower than that, it's like but then at the same time, I'm seeing the same activity on the Telegram group. It's like my eyes are getting bigger and bigger, and I'm thinking, man, I've got to buy more. You know, as long as that volume stays the same, and I'm seeing that Telegram group buzzing, I'm like, this is the opportunity of a lifetime. Because, I mean, where does this go? It's only going to decrease in the total supply of POODL. Is there a day when this gets down to 1 billion supply? I don't know, because of this mindset that we have with Bitcoin that has translated into POODL, that we're supposed to hoodle it. And I might want to challenge that mentality as a way of contributing to the overall growth of the coin in the community. We'll get to that in a second. But here's what I've seen over the last few days. So the price trends over the last few days are moving downward, but the volume is strong and the community is growing. So as long as the volume is strong and the community is growing, I don't really care about the price. Aside from, like, you know, I'm probably going to buy more POODL after I make this video, honestly. I am. But the volume is strong. I mean, the thing that would hold me back from that is I live in the United States, and I don't want to pay those ridiculous Ethereum gas fees. But I'm just going to take a look at it and see if maybe I want to buy more. I probably do. But as long as the volume is strong and the community is growing, that's only bullish for POODL. If the volume dies, that means the community has given up and the coin's going to die. But if the volume... I mean, let me go back here. Oh, I can't go back. All right, this is the next page. This is the last page, actually. But if that volume, what's a VMC ratio that I would be like, man, that stinks? I mean, it'd be well under 1. It would probably be like 0.001 or something. You know, if it got below 1% of the market cap, I'd be kind of bummed. It's now 10% of the, it's now 19% of the market cap. My exercise was 10% of the market cap. But if the volume, even if it got to like Bitcoin's, which was 4% of the market cap, I'd still think that it's game on, And even if it did die, it's like it could come back strong 3 years from now, 4 years from now, something like that. But I don't think that's going to happen anyway. So here's my investment strategy. I'm not paying attention to the price. I'm paying attention to the volume. It's volume, 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 along with community. Volume plus community. Again, Dogecoin is only community. That's the only thing that can drive it. POODL, it's volume plus community. And so if I see those things remaining strong, I see the volume remaining strong, the community growing, the Telegram buzzing. It's like I'm a buyer, I'm a holder, whatever. I'm in. And I'm definitely not selling. I mean, well, actually, let me clarify that in a second. So what should the strategy be? Should we have a mentality of we're going to hodl, or should we take profits often? And I'm not necessarily giving you an answer here, but my goal is to get that supply down further and further. And so maybe there's a strategy at some point, I don't know, I'm thinking through this, where I sell with the intention of buying back in. Maybe that requires a lot of technical analysis, and maybe I get to a point one day where I see, all right, this is looking like it's getting a little too hot. I'm going to sell so that my coins can be burned. 1% of my coins can be burned. 1% of them can be distributed to everyone else, with the intention of buying back in at a lower price. Yes, that involves a risk. That involves a risk of the price shooting up and, me FOMOing back in and missing out on those profits, those potential profits. But I see that more so as something that would advance the cause of the coin's price. If I sell and I at any point buy back in with the same amount of dollars as I sold for, or ETH as I sold for, then I consider that a win as long as I get back in. That's the thing. I'll gladly sell to get back in with the intention of getting back in. I never want to be at a point where I sell and don't get back in. But if I sell and get back in, that's a good thing for you and me. And I'm the one putting myself at risk. If you're just holding while I'm doing that, you're not putting yourself at risk. I'm the one putting myself at risk. And so you should thank me if I become a whale and I sell and the price goes down. But as long as those current coins are being burned, as long as the volume's there, as long as the Telegram group is buzzing, then the potential for the supply to decrease, but then the coin's price to go up to, dare I say, a penny a coin, because so many coins have been burned. Dare I say $1 a coin, again, because so many coins have been burned. But you know what's going to prevent it from going to $1 a coin is people hodling or hoodling. And if everyone hoodles, the supply is going to not go down, and maybe that's fine. Maybe that's okay. I'm still working on this. But as far as strategy is concerned, I really see a lot of potential for deflationary meme coins. And maybe I should think more so deflationary coins in general. But deflationary meme coins, I want to see these communities. I want to analyze them, and I want to see what's growing and what's stagnant and what's dying. I think POODL, and dare I say Hoj, I'm sorry, it's structurally built exactly the same. I think the potential for these communities to grow means that this coin is going to be worth a lot more over the years, but you've got to be patient. So, let me know what you think in the comments. I hope that this is I'm hitting the nail on the head here, and that you share this with lots of people. And I hope that this is convincing to those of you sitting on the fence or those of you on the outside looking in to get in. But otherwise, like, let me know where I'm right, where I'm wrong in the comment section. I'm really excited about this, guys, and I hope you are too.